we have to do a lot more. And we got to start with Donald Trump.
What do you mean?
Well, he's got to be in there because he's going to go after the traffickers.
Do you think he understands that?
We were with him last night.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Bedminster, yes.
Yeah. Oh, so he's going to be moved to do something. I didn't know that.
Oh,
he was in
he's
tears last night.
This is the new Moses. I mean, I'm still Jesus, but he's the new Moses. Pharaoh, let my children go free.
All right. I did not know that was an impressive screening at Bedminster, I guess.
Yeah.
Eduardo, Jim Caviezel, great to see you again.
Yeah.
Congratulations on all your success. I can't say I'm surprised, but I know how intense you are. And good job.
This is the people's movie. God bless you.
Absolutely.
That's right, gang. The Sound of Freedom just got a brand new fan, the one and only Donald J. Trump. Trump hosted a special screening of the film at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey. He described the film as incredible and a great movie, and he commended the performances and the inspiring story of the film.
Thank you all very much. That was incredible. Jim, that was unbelievable. What a job. So, a president, a possibility. I mean, you made this the hottest movie anywhere in the world, so I think maybe becoming the president of Mexico by comparison, right? So I just wanted to thank you all. That was unbelievable acting, and Tim, what a job you did. I wouldn't want to do it. Somebody's going to do it, and you did, and you really did. Great combination, beautiful combination.
And Trump is right. It is setting records. As of today, this miracle of a movie has broken the $100 million mark. Absolutely incredible. It is without question an astonishing success. Again, if you don't know, The Sound of Freedom tells the true story of Tim Ballard, a Homeland Security special agent on a mission to combat international child sex trafficking. Now, I've seen it. I got to see it over the weekend with my wife. No issues reported. We'll get into that in a moment. But I got to tell you, it was amazing. It was an absolutely riveting film. And I said this before in some previous videos. It's an excellent movie, right? Apart from the message itself, which is amazing, I was just so impressed by the top-notch level of movie making. Jim Caviezel gives an excellent performance as Tim Ballard, the former government agent who plunges into the dark world of international human and particularly child trafficking. Tim Ballard was there at the Bedminster screening with Trump, and as you could see, the film is absolutely dominating the box office, which is utterly panicking woke libs because they're doing everything they possibly can to discourage their dwindling audience from seeing it, even resorting to sabotage.
So I've been seeing all over TikTok that people are going to watch the movie The Sound of Freedom, and these weird things are happening, like random emergency evacuations, the air conditioning not working and having to leave the theater. And I thought, no, that's probably just something that's happening in other theaters and other places. So I took me and my daughters to go watch The Sound of Freedom today, and about an hour and 20 minutes into the movie, we get a random emergency evacuation. None of the staff knows what's going on. The mall wasn't being evacuated, just the theater. All they did was refund us our money with no explanation. But I guess you can call me a conspiracy theorist.
Now, this is all par for the course of what's been going on over the last 5 years since the movie was completed. Hollywood for 5 years has been doing everything it can to bury this film, which of course begs the question, why? What on earth are they so frightened of? Zero Hedge has the headline, journalists attacking the film Sound of Freedom should have their hard drives investigated. I think they're on to something. And so does independent reporter Andy Ngo. He called out Bloomberg for putting forward a pedophile advocate, a fellow by the name of Noah Berlatsky, to write an article denouncing the film. Yes, you heard that right. Bloomberg employed a pedophile advocate to write a critical review of the film. Wait until you see this. But first, you all know of a very new and serious threat coming from woke corporations, right? It's called debanking, where woke banks are increasingly closing the accounts of patriots around the globe. And one of the most important areas of protest where patriots are deliberately taking their money out of these woke banks is in the massive buying spree going on right now with gold and silver. We saw this right after the Silicon Valley Bank collapse, where more and more investors began moving their money back into the timeless value of gold. And we've got some amazing friends to this channel who can help you do just that. We partner with the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco, who've helped patriots across the nation move over $1 billion into gold and silver. You heard that right, gang. That's billion with a B. They're absolutely amazing. Click on that link below right now. And for those with retirement accounts, the patriots over at Goldco are offering up to $10,000 in free silver when opening a qualified IRA account. And for cash buyers, you're going to love this. You can get bonus silver just by making a purchase. So if you buy $15,000 worth of precious metals, you'll get $750 in bonus silver. If you buy $25,000, you're going to get $1,200 worth of bonus silver. But that's only as long as supply lasts. So don't wait. Click on that link below right now. This is your opportunity to protect yourself from debanking these woke libs and corrupt government by guarding your assets with what patriots have invested in for centuries. The timeless value of gold and silver. Click on that link below right now.
And what did Berlatsky say about pedophiles years ago? Well, as journalist Andy No found out, Berlatsky said, quote, pedophiles are essentially a stigmatized group. Certain people get designated as deviants. People hate them.
It's no surprise that Mr. Berlatsky has taken the view that he did in the Bloomberg opinion piece, essentially repeating the smears that we've heard before against supporters of the film, that it's QAnon based on conspiracies and far-right tropes. Mr. Berlatsky was a spokesperson for Prostasia, an organization that I've reported on before. Prostasia does controversial, let's just say, research and advocacy on so-called minor attracted persons, otherwise known as pedophiles. They publish blog posts and essays. Mr. Berlatsky has written several of them, essentially in one way or another arguing or putting forth the idea that minors, children, are not always victim of sex abuse in cases where they are involved in sexual encounters with adults, because they have bodily autonomy. Some of them have the maturity to make that decision. There's a lot of euphemism in the language. And this rationality is actually also very similar to arguments used by trans activists for why transgender children should be able to be medically transitioned. It's this whole argument of bodily autonomy.
Yeah, so that was independent reporter Andy No doing the investigative work the media should be doing, exposing precisely the kind of people Bloomberg is employing to trash this wonderful and obviously very timely film. And what makes it even worse, as you can see, all these fledgling efforts at denigrating the film are so utterly futile. Eduardo Verastegui, the producer of the film, he's out there noting that initially and ironically, the film went completely unchallenged by critics because detractors underestimated its impact. They all thought that the larger entities like Disney and Indiana Jones were going to totally overshadow this movie. It was only when the film gained traction among audiences and became the #1 movie in America, literally on its opening day, July the 4th, it was only then that it became a target for criticism among the lamestream media. But as the producer notes very confidently, sorry, it's all too little too late for any of these attacks to have any effect. In fact, the movie is showing now in more theaters than ever. The movement behind Sound of Freedom simply cannot be stopped. And the best part, this is just the beginning. The producer just revealed that he's received over 700 requests from around the world to show the film in theaters all throughout the planet. There's no putting this genie back in the bottle. The Sound of Freedom is finally free. Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now We're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.